imports, not exports, are key to the economy and to our trade. The connection was quite close and easy to make. India must be built by Indians, not only politically but also economically. The Swadeshi movement began 117 years ago, in Kolkata, and was quite clearly an important part of the struggle for independence. Various pioneers of industry also attempted to start production in India to substitute imported goods, and some even took over foreign-owned companies. It was tempered by Nehru's preference for the state over the market, and as a result there were several giant state enterprises that came up to produce heavy goods, in particular. When the BJP took power at the centre, the embrace of Swadeshi continued despite the change in government. Support for local production as an important goal also received a boost from the experience of many other countries, especially in Asia, that grew by leaps and bounds after turning their attention to becoming manufacturing hubs. South Korea, where people were at the same income levels as Indians half a century ago, became an OECD member before the turn of the millennium. China's standing as a world power is deeply interwoven with its status as the leading manufacturer of numerous goods. It doesn't explain why that potential has not materialized, and every government simply makes the same promise as the previous one, changing nothing besides the faces in its promotional advertisements. After several rounds of declared faith in promoting local production, India's share of global manufacturing, measured by output value, is around 3%. Not only that, governments have taken the view that while we are waiting for Indian production to pick up, we must not concede the local market to foreign production. As a result, the best products in the world are not easily available in India in many sectors. In some cases, they are not at all available. Having shut out the world, we haven't done a good job of building alternatives. Instead, Indian consumers are stiffed and asked to bear this because it's our duty to support our producers. Despite the protection they've got against imports, why have Indian manufacturers been so slow to get going? Low purchasing power, poor logistics, constantly changing policies of the government, low literacy and resulting lack of productivity in the workforce, to cite only a few. We have tried to shut out foreign competition to favor locals, but does the very act of shutting out the world's factories from Indian markets make it unlikely that we'll ever build our own world-class plants? After all, it takes a lot of high-quality equipment and tools to build a great factory, but we've also shut out imports of those inputs. The countries that decided to build a strong export focus first had to liberally import the various inputs needed for such production. And those, in turn, also helped expand the choices available to local markets. India's goal should be to ensure that its people have the widest access to the best goods and services. If we are going to launch various avatars of Make in India, we should come up with a way of doing that which doesn't begin by banning or restricting imports. Only that will create great Indian producers.